Well, the COD League is back, and is it better than ever, or is it just kind of another disappointing season? Let's find out. What's going on, guys? Jay Hoy back with you today. Welcome back to Call of Duty Black Ops 6. We are here where shortly before I got home today, the COD League announced some details for this year for the COD League season. And we have a short video here from them discussing the season, and then we got some more info around it afterwards. So let's take a look. I think it's Daniel Sai or TC or whatever his name is. So let's take a look at what he's got to say and check out the details for this year. All right, let's check this out.
Hey everyone, we're back. I'm Daniel, and today we're going to share the details around the 2025 Call of Duty League season.
Tell us.
It should be a good one for us. I'm really excited about where we are in Call of Duty esports and thought I'd share some of the things that we're looking
You're happy with where we are?
forward to at the league. And first off, Black Ops 6 just launched and got off to a monster start. Launch weekend was the biggest the franchise has ever had, and it's a great opportunity for us to turn these players into new fans of the CDL. And speaking of launch, as we've done in the last few seasons now, we're starting the CDL just over a month after game launch on December 6th. We'll have the usual online qualifiers into LAN majors and finish with champs in the summer. But those 7 months aren't just it. I'm happy to announce that Call of Duty will be back at the Esports World Cup, extending the competitive calendar into August. We'll have more details to share around EWC and the...
So, game 7 months, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess into 8, plus into August. I guess that's kind of reasonable, but still a long off season though.
Qualification process in the months to come.
Like 2+ months.
As you can see, our ecosystem has really been growing. We hear the feedback that fans want more competition, more tournaments, and so that's the goal. We now have a longer 9-month competitive calendar and 5.3 million of prizing up for grabs.
Okay.
And the last reason I'm particularly excited is we have 3 new teams joining this year. G2 will have its first full season in our league under the Minnesota Rokkr brand. C9 has taken over the New York Subliners spot to form Cloud9 New York. And lastly, we have the Falcons taking over the Legion spot to form the Vegas Falcons. We appreciate all that our past franchises have done, and we welcome these new teams as they make their mark in Call of Duty. So let's actually talk about those season changes now, and I'm going to need a little help for that one. Usually, we have this guy doing our voiceover for our announcements, but let's just do it live this time. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Really good. Good to be here. Very excited
to be
helping out with the 2025 announcement. We've got a lot to get through.
That's right, Miles. 2025 is all about more action, more competition, and a couple of surprises. Now let's actually get into some of the changes of our format. Starting off, we have a new online tournament event we're going to talk about. We have a few new locations for our majors and, of course, champs.
Oh, we've got some fun surprises and good news for you European COD fans. For North American fans, that means you have plenty of time to get your passports ready.
And so as I mentioned before, we're starting off our season on December 6th. And immediately in this first major, we're introducing a little wrinkle. We're calling it an online minor tournament. So we heard our fans, you want more tournament style competition. And so what a minor tournament is, 1 weekend only, 12 teams, single elimination. There's a little bit of prizing and a little bit of CDL points up for grabs, and it could really make an impact to the playoff race down the future.
That's right, Daniel. The road from that minor tournament leads straight into online qualifiers, which takes us to our first major. And good news, European fans, for the first time since 2020, we're coming back. Thanks to Toronto Ultra, we are going to Madrid, Spain.
That's cool.
It is going to be electric.
Well, after Major 1,
Spanish
we're
fans
heading
are nuts.
to another great place that has hosted us before in Dallas, Texas. We are going to the Allen Center. That's where OpTic Texas hosted a fantastic champs for us last year.
Sweet.
We're so excited to go back. That arena was loud.
Oh yeah, that was a real good one. A real good one. Stage setup, everything was fantastic. OpTic, they know what they're doing.
After Major 2, we are going to get our hands on in the Sunshine State. The Miami Heretics will be hosting us for Major 3. We're excited about that.
Very excited about that. We'll be bringing swimsuits and an appropriate amount of sunscreen, I think, for Florida.
Okay.
For Major 4, we're incredibly excited to be visiting. That's right. No one's done it before. It's going to be great.
That's amazing.
Well, Daniel, that's our majors, but where is Champs? Can you share where Champs is?
I can. So for our biggest event of the year, we will be in Toronto, and it will be hosted by none other than, you guessed it, Toronto Ultra.
It'd be kind of weird if they didn't. Well, that's it. The 2025 CDL season.
Hold on a second. Right? All the events, cool. We'll talk about them shortly. I didn't think we were having a champs hosted by a team. Right? Because the OpTic, or I should say champs, was hosted kind of by OpTic, but it was a neutral event. Like, it wasn't fully OpTic. It was, OpTic's arena, OpTic, setting everything up, but it was champs. It wasn't hosted by OpTic. So I don't know if that's kind of the same thing where Toronto's going to do all the legwork and, it'll be neutral. Not that it really matters because Toronto, they're going to do their thing, but a little interesting the way they worded that.
Is already shaping up to be a banger. We have major and minor tournaments, online qualifiers, and champs details to come. It's going to be incredible.
December 6th, everyone, mark your calendars. We'll see you then.
Okay, so we got some things to talk about. So here is kind of the layout of the season, right? So December 6th, like he said, is the start of the year, which is awesome, right? We're going to Madrid, Spain, but don't we have a Spanish organization? Don't we have one that's full of Spanish players? Right? And I know Toronto says they're a Spanish organization too, but seems a little like Toronto's more Canadian and Spanish is more Spain. So I don't understand that one. But either way, obviously OpTic with Major 2 in Dallas at their home arena. Major 3 in Miami Heretics. The Miami Heretics in Fort Lauderdale. Okay. Major 4, more details coming soon. Okay. Why do we not have an announcement yet? Because if this is another one where it's going to get to that time and it's going to be an event with no fans and no, anything good, then, what's the point? Someone needs to be fired at that point. But also, then you're having Toronto hosting 2 events, even if one's in Madrid, which is a little strange. And then the Esports World Cup, which I guess we'll find out more about in another time, probably later down the season. But also something interesting that they talked about is the minor tournament. So I'm not sure if that's an all the time thing or if that's kind of just a start the season off with just something. I'm not sure, right? I'm trying to find what it is, but I can't seem to find any more information about it. Right? It doesn't have a date. It does not have anything. So I'm not really sure. So it's a 3-day, basically a weekend tournament, single elimination, which any major competitive esports, sport, whatever it may be, should never be single elimination, right? That is absolutely stupid. Then also it has some money and some CDL points on the line. So cool, awesome. I'm glad they're doing a little something. But it just begs the question of, we look at this every single year and people want more majors, more tournaments, and less online. Because online is not good for esports at all. And yeah, we're sticking with these 4 majors plus champs. And if it wasn't for the Esports World Cup, our season would be 6 months long. And that's just not enough, right? It's video games at the end of the day. This is a video game with a video game franchise. The only way the COD League is really going to make money is having events. You can't sell these teams and be like, hey, here's these teams, and you have no way to watch them other than from home on Twitch or YouTube. Right? That's just not how it works. Right? So we're going to Madrid for the first time, I think, ever. Awesome. Going back to Dallas, great idea. Miami, okay. And then Major 4 with who knows. But why can't we do anything with the rest of the league? Where's a Faze event? Where's the New York event? Where's any of these teams' events? LA, where's that one? We need to have more events, period. Right? I think I mentioned it before. It'd be awesome if every team was able to host an event. That'd be super cool. Having a kickoff tournament hosted by the CDL. Have that. Have every team host a tournament. Then you have champs as a neutral site. at somewhere, which would be awesome. But at the same time, we have 6 events this year. That's not even one a month. Or, like, what? There needs to be a little bit more. Maybe I'm just a little, trying to be a little greedy here, but at the same time, it just doesn't seem like a lot, right? Everything is online, basically. With the exception of a random weekend in, you know, in the middle, well, the end of January/February, the end of March, and the end of April. Right? So I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to go back to the old days here, but just seems like the old days were just better. But either way, guys, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, guys, we'll see you in the next one.